I'm on my way to the painting. It seems to me that the days that I am the most kind of in my mind and going kind of nutballs are the days that I make more videos. So it seems like I'm more nutball. I am nutball. Trying to remember to watch my words. I am I am really happy with being on a spiritual awakening and being in this being in the state that I am much more happy than just being asleep in some, meaningless life that I don't, I'm just going to start this video over. Or maybe I'll just continue it. I feel like I'm happy that I'm going through this spiritual awakening, even through all the pain that I'm feeling and feeling lost, because I understand that I'm going in between the two worlds. I understand that I'm going in between the old way of thinking and the new way of thinking. And thoughts that I was having this morning is like these weak thoughts. I got up this morning, I was under pressure. I started trying to get a box out and getting my kids ready for school. I didn't take the dogs on a walk. I just opened the door for them so they could go outside, and this constant pressure, and I have to make it. I didn't make it to the post office, so it's already past time making it to the post office. I did get some work done on my posters, but then when I sat down to look at my Amazon account, it looks like I need to just go in there simply and really take hold of it and go over all the different products and see what I need to make and do it really systematically, not just like I've been doing it sporadically, just send to this. I need to go in and actually take count of inventory, do it like I need to do it. And I keep on saying that I don't have time, but I do have time. Yesterday I went down to the beach. I understand that I need time for myself to be in my mind, but if these are things that are important to me and this is my income and this is how I make money to support my children right now, even though I do feel like I am about ready to get into something completely different and completely new and something that is going to take off big time, I feel it coming. I already know that it's there. And that was something that the guy there at the beach told me, the difference in between knowing. He said in between believing and in between the knowing. Because when you already know that something exists, it's just a matter of finding it, of it coming and presenting itself to you. When you know that it exists for you in your reality. And that's completely true. It's just like he was saying about the spices. If you know you have a certain spice, then it's a matter of finding it. Not a matter of, not even, I said looking for it, and he said no, not even looking for it. It's a matter of finding it. And there's a difference between looking for something. Looking for something is pretty much up in the air. You're looking for it. But if you know that you have it, it's a matter of just finding it. So in my life, I know that I have something big that is coming. I can feel it. I already feel it in my existence. And I already kind of know what it is. And I feel like these videos also are kind of like a opening to that. Opening me, maybe also. You know, if you would have told me maybe a couple of years ago that I would be making videos and putting my whole life out on the internet, I would have said, no way, Jose, that sounds like way. So, and that's something that just kind of was born of itself, making these videos, because I feel like it's almost like a calling, something that was born out of me. And through these videos, I'm understanding a lot about me. I'm understanding a lot about the world. It gives me a feeling of community, that I'm not alone in all of this. And I know that all of these lessons have value. And then I have this switch side that says, yeah, put all your weakness out there. And then I have another switch side that says, putting your weakness out there is actually strength. Putting your weakness out there is, you know, I'm not the only one going through all of this in their minds, and especially with this twin flame journey majig. And you know, I'm glad that I'm on the twin flame journey fiasco, because I understand it's for my higher good. And I know I'm grateful and I'm appreciative for it. And then sometimes I even have disbelief in it. And I think that part of what I was going through yesterday when I went to the beach, and part of the coming into this journey and coming into the union is the actual belief, having belief that is so strong that it's unshakable. And that is something that I'm coming into in all of these different areas of my life. It's also in the workshop that I want to open. It's believing that I could do it, and that I have enough to give. I know I have enough to give, but there's something in me. There's something in me that still has fear, and I know that fear is my ego, because fear, you know, in belief, fear doesn't live in pure belief, and in the soul, the fear doesn't exist. Fear exists in the ego, and thinking that it's me that has to pull it off, and not completely 100% coming into my soul body. And that's the awakening. It's coming into your soul. It's coming into your true being versus the ego. So it's overcoming your ego. So it's flipping back and forth in between the ego mind and the which you know is part of this world experience, having that ego, the experience of being separated from. And in this plane is the only plane, you know, this plane is the plane where my body lives. And my body needs to be stayed in good. My body is what is right now containing, is my container for my soul, is the vehicle for this soul. So wherever I can take my body to, my soul is the master of the domain over the ego and over the whole shemigabang. And so when the soul is strong enough in the knowing of itself and its connectivity to the all, and differentiating between the ego and the soul is sitting completely in the throne, on the throne, sitting there and commanding. Well, I like this conversation. Command the conversation. So one woman show here. This whole one woman show. I'm making content for you. Content for movies, just out of if you. So when the soul rises up and sits in its own throne and commands the ego and commands all of this being, then fear falls away, and it commands this being to take care of this being and take care of this body and take care of, that book, that audio book. I want to listen to it again, about the science of getting rich. One of the first things that he says in the book, the first chapter, I think, is that you have the right and the right to want to be rich and to have all the means that you can have on this plane, because having the means and having money allows you to have a fuller life experience. And what we want in general is to have a much fuller, more contented life experience. And I completely get it and agree with it and understand what he is saying. And I've been very, very blessed in my life to have really experienced life with barely any means. Really, when I was a kid, we went at one point and even lived in a tent for a few months. And so I know what it feels like to be homeless, and also as an adult having to go and live with my parents, with my children. I know what it feels like. And then on the flip side of that, when my husband and I, when I was married before, my husband and I and our children moved to the States near Chicago, and we lived there for quite a few years, and we opened a moving company there, and we right away we succeeded in what we did. And so then I have the opposite experience of being able to buy whatever it is that I want and be on top of that. I think that at the point in my life where I was, it was like sneaking in the back door to riches. It was like using my powers without fully understanding my powers. And now I feel like I'm coming into my powers through the understanding of my powers. It's different. It's different. But I still have all of these different places, like the twin flame journey, that are sources of pain, and my income. So I have to be able to rise above what is and be able to keep my focus and eye on the can-be's and the energetically hold my vibration in a place of the can-be's rather than a place of the what is. Because out of what is, I'm in survival mode. And every month, I don't know how, every month it seems to somehow work out. But I feel like I am in constant running, constant survival mode, constant in myself, not knowing what to do, where to put myself. And a lot of the pain is, well, the twin flame journey, that's like the big monster, like the big elephant in the room. It kind of projects on everything, but it projects on my spiritual awakening. So, I mean, it projects on everything. And with this making a living, I feel like I'm right at there's a door, and it's right ready for me to just like into this door. And I know that I have what it takes. There's like this little hump that I need to get over. And yesterday I was listening to a video. There's a cat from Sacred Soul Rising. And she talks about the twin flame journey, and she's really good. And she was talking about also about opening a business, and that it's just starting is the hard part. Afterwards it flows, and I know this from my life experience. I know this. And the thing is, I know everything that I need to know. It's like there's I have a big like ground base holding me up, just waiting for me to do something. I'm a graphic designer. I build logos and business. I know how to do design for a complete business, how to take a business in its diapers and make it a complete tadmit in Hebrew. I don't remember what it's called. It's like marketing strategies and all of those things I know how to do by myself. I could sit next to my computer and do it all. Build website, design it, all of those things. I write content. I have a base in Amazon. I have a base in Etsy. I have a base in I have friends that believe in me and that have said whatever you do, you know, that they'll help me or be there for me. I have one woman who manages a whole bunch of WhatsApp groups, and she says, whatever you do, I'll put in all the groups and you'll have more than enough people. And then I have people that have also told me that they would come to whatever if I did something, they would come. I had a couple of people offering me to come and do things. So I know that I have what it takes or what is needed. I just don't know what. And I think that part of not knowing what is because I just don't have the courage yet to put myself out there and say, hey, I'm doing this or this or that. Okay, so I got here to work, so I'm going to stop this video. So thank you for watching. Today's a good day. I'm holding my head. I don't know how much more of this I can take. But I guess that's it. Not knowing how much more the people over there watching me crap. Don't know how much I can take anymore. And I feel like that's the switch when you feel like that you just can't take anymore. And then it's like, okay, there's nothing more to lose. I need to get my smiley pants on. I'm going into work. My eyes are like bags from crying lately. Well, if you've stayed with me till now, you know, the energy goes through, so I appreciate it, and I appreciate the company and listening to me and all of the feedback. I've been getting so much positive feedback lately from my videos, even these crybaby ones. And the thing is that I know that once I just do something, that's going to be the relief for me. Once I just move forward, the reason I'm crying is because I'm not moving forward, and my being wants to move forward. the minute I take a step forward, it's just like the minute I get a box off to Amazon, I always feel better. Okay. Well, I guess I'm just going to go ahead and stop this here and go into work. So thank you for watching.